Hi everyone, and welcome to our first Diamond Club Australia webinar for Diamond Club 2016. Thank you so much for joining us here today. We really appreciate the time that you're taking to be a part of it. Obviously, we've been around the country a lot throughout our post-convention tour and a couple of events, and the expressions of interest that we have received in terms of Diamond Club have been profound. We've had over 260 of you wanting to take part in it, wanting to participate and I guess be a part of the momentum and the movement that we are creating throughout Diamond Club. So firstly, here today, I'd like to make a special announcement. We will be having a special Diamond Club manager come on board to help us throughout 2016. Last year we obviously had Mitch, who was an amazing support to everybody. You know, really was able to help set goals, listen to, I guess, what people needed and wanted and expected, and enabled the club to run smoothly and really beautifully. So next year we have someone coming on board who is very familiar with the Australian market, who a lot of you probably already know throughout conversations with member services, and he is, you know, a wonderful, wonderful person who has always had time to, you know, invest in the Australian market, answered everyone's questions previously, and will be able to support you in your Diamond Club journey throughout 2016 in the best possible way. He is Logan Paulson. So hi Logan, and
hey everybody.
To Diamond Club Australia.
Hey everybody, how's it going? I'm very excited to be able to work with you guys in Diamond Club and help you build your teams and help sign up a lot of new people and meet some goals this next year in Diamond Club. So I'm very happy to work with you and come down to Australia in January.
Perfect. Thanks, Logan. So we're, like I said, really looking forward to having Logan on board. He's going to help us in this webinar at the moment. I'm hoping that everyone can also see the screen at the moment. Can you see that screen there, Logan?
Yes.
Perfect. So what we're going to be doing today is just going through, I guess, what the purpose of Diamond Club is, and I guess doTERRA's intention behind that, a lot of what the requirements are, and what the monthly requirements will be, and what you'll need to do in order to I guess, participate and get you registered. So firstly, I would like to start with the purpose. So the purpose of Diamond Club, basically doTERRA came on board and said things that may take 10 to 12 months to achieve within a doTERRA journey or, you know, doTERRA lifestyle, we would like to offer a program that I guess helps ignite or kickstart that process. So things, you know, that can take 10 to 12 months to build up can potentially take 3 to 4 months to put in place and start setting up and basically ignite at the same time. And the way that that would happen is through Diamond Club. So it really, I guess, encourages you to step out of your comfort zone and go into communities where you haven't necessarily been before. It's about looking at what your goals are long term and what you would like to achieve as part of being with doTERRA. And if that may be rank advancing, whether that's about earning a regular income, whether that's about progressing through personal development and growth, then we want to help you succeed and we want to help you do that. The reason that we say it can be achieved in a 3 to 4 month period is because throughout Diamond Club we have a certain amount of requirements, and again, wanting to encourage you to expand your team. So for example, you may identify areas that are outside 100 kilometres of where you live now, and you might have people in those areas that you want to work with, and what we're going to do is offer you and support you with reimbursements and a program that enables you to go out there, visit those places, visit those communities, and start holding classes and getting those enrolments that you may not have had the confidence to do previously. So it's a bit of it can be a bit of a run, a jolt, and really, I guess, wanting you to step out of that comfort zone in terms of holding classes in areas that you may not have reached before. We also want you to also stick and recognise those areas that you are working with already, and also within that 100 kilometre radius of where you live now. And this program, I guess, is designed to build on what you already have existing, build with your teams, build with people you know, and build with the connections that you've already made throughout doTERRA so far. When we basically say, you know, you can advance in rank, that is something that we definitely have seen firsthand and we've experienced in terms of our statistics, which we'll go through a little bit later. It can also teach leadership skills and create support in teams, simply because you are working closely with people and alongside others that are also participating in the club. So the club itself, or the initiative itself, becomes quite close-knitted. You're all going through the same journey at the same time. So when we say that it also transforms, what we mean by that is you as an individual, you'll develop attributes and skills, and you'll learn how to be an effective leader simply by hosting classes and by reaching, I guess, areas and knowledge. So when it comes to knowledge, you will get a really tight grasp on what it needs to be, like what it takes to kind of know things, not just from the product perspective, but from the business perspective. And also your team will, I guess, get excited with that as well, because they'll want to input, they'll want to hold classes with you, they'll get excited, and I guess when your team gets involved, you will automatically develop leadership skills because you'll want to be guiding them and helping them also run their classes, and in turn kind of replicate what you've already done up to date. I mean, the qualifications mean that you have to be a premier, and as a premier, you're already developing legs, you're already developing executives and people within your team that are probably asking questions about structure or the business aspects as well. So this is another opportunity for everybody to get involved on that journey with you. And when we say your business, your team will grow, volume increases, and you access commissions. And that does happen pretty quickly with those minimum requirements being about 18 enrolments a month. If you think about 18 enrolments a month and how many enrolment kits that is, and the volume based on even 100 PV enrolment kit, you're getting 100 PV enrolment kits per month. What does that volume look like for you? How does that impact you right now, and how does that impact your team? So the statistics basically from last year, or based on, this year in 2015. So this year we had a total of 4,577 Diamond Club enrolments. That averages out to be 114 enrolments per participant, which is huge. And again, if you think about right now what those 104 enrolments would mean to you and how it would affect you and your team at the moment, then it's pretty powerful, it's pretty profound. In terms of personal enrolments, during this time of year where we are now, from November to about January, our average within doTERRA, within doTERRA Australia, is about 2.4 enrolments per person during that period. During Diamond Club, that jumps up to 5.8 per person. And then in May, it's a little bit hectic, but that's because we're finishing up in Diamond Club, not because we're finishing up and it's a competition and everyone's wanting to get, to that last stretch and get those points and get up there, but because everyone's getting the hang of what it takes to really hold classes, provide relevant, accurate, and really, I guess, important information, sharing information on a larger scale to people that may not have been exposed to that before. And it's that confidence and that comfort in doing so that brings those 7 enrolments per month. And it also brings out the achievement side of things too. So in Diamond Club this year we had 25 rank advancements. 25 is a lot. I think we had about 80 people participate altogether. So to have 25 rank advancements out of that is pretty huge. 100% of our diamonds have been personally involved with Diamond Club. So even if you're on this call and you're not necessarily, you're still at that stage where you're umming and ahhing, that's awesome, because again, you've made that commitment just by being on this call right now, and there is no doubt you will meet people along the way between February and May next year that are going to be participating in Diamond Club. And whether that means that you're involved now or whether you're involved later, when people are involved with Diamond Club, that's where they start achieving, and that's where we see people kind of reach those goals and their full potential. When we say that 100% of Diamonds have been personally involved with Diamond Club, they have been by participating themselves, but also by sponsoring other people and being a part of it and connecting with other people in their teams and supporting them as well. So that's always really important to remember. What we say to that is, are you next? Are all of you next? Are all of you going to be on this journey with us for 2016? We really, really, really hope you are, because it's something that we get super excited about, and like I said, probably 5 times already throughout this webinar, it's just life-changing. It's life-changing in so many ways, and we see the direct impact that it has. So the qualification period is in December this year, which is next month. We're going to go through some of the qualifications on this call as well. Logan's going to touch base on them. And what we're going to do is help you get there and qualify so that you can participate in 2016. Then once we've applied, we're going to go through that preparation process in January. And what that means is we're really going to go through those application forms and see where you want to be in 2016, where you want to be at the end, and how we're going to help you reach those goals and prepare those classes. Get you ready for when we actually start in February, because February to May, that's when we launch. That will be Diamond Club 2016, and it's going to be huge. So if you want to do Diamond Club, commit now. We're going to go through those requirements, and I'll just pass you over to Logan, and we'll start going through what needs to happen between now and then. All right, Logan,
Excellent.
Handing over to you.
Thanks, Beck. So like she said, December is going to be the qualification period for this Diamond Club in 2016, and it's really important that we go ahead and qualify for that, because it helps you know that you're prepared in that process during January to also get more prepared to start in February and go ahead and meet the qualifications throughout Diamond Club. So in order to qualify in December, you must personally enroll 3 wellness advocates during the month of December, so just this next month, and they must have a 100 PV enrollment order. So a lot of people are going to be doing that anyway, because we have a lot of good promotions going on in December. It's one of our months where we have the most promotions, so a lot of people like to sign up in that month anyway, just to get those great promotions that doTERRA is giving out, and that's going to help you guys out a lot in qualifying for Diamond Club and getting a lot of people motivated and involved in your team and in building doTERRA, because that's what Diamond Club is. And you would also need 10 wellness advocates within your organization that need to process a 100 PV LRP order within December. So once you know you have a base of your team and have people that are going to be able to help you qualify with these LRPs, you're going to know that you're going to be able to be prepared come February through May to help you qualify and get things going with meetings and trips and everything that we'll talk about here in a little bit in the future, that will help you prepare and qualify for your other requirements in Diamond Club. So part of those qualifications are going to be 5 wellness advocates in your local area. So that's going to be an area of 100 kilometers within around one's home. And the other is going to be 5 wellness advocates, and that's going to be in one area or out of area focus location, and those must be at least 100 kilometers in one way from one's home. So in those focus locations, you can have 5 people that are in that area, and the radius is 100 kilometers. So you could have technically 2 people 200 kilometers away, but you would want to have at least a central location where each of them would only have to move about 100 kilometers in order to get to like a meeting or a focus group with the other wellness advocates in that area to help support and help you run a single event for Diamond Club. So all these are going to be used to help you qualify for Diamond Club, It doesn't limit where you can travel. And we just want you to kind of focus on these areas. That's what they are, the focus areas, so that they will be a strong hold for you to build your team up in the future and help you qualify for the different requirements in Diamond Club. So they don't necessarily, these wellness advocates don't necessarily need to be in your team. It does help to grow your organization and your team, but they can be lower in your organization. It just helps you to build your team more if they are within your team. And you can even count other enrollments from other groups, from other meetings. They don't necessarily need to be personally enrolled, but they shouldn't be used. For example, if you and your friend are in the same team, and you're under your friend, and you have someone qualifying within your team, and they need someone to qualify within their team, you wouldn't be able to count that same person for each of you. That you would each have to have your own people that qualify separately. All right, so a big part of Diamond Club is getting sponsors and having them financially and emotionally support you through this challenge is really what it is, to help you build your business and to create growth within your team and your organization and with doTERRA as a whole. So you need to have at least one sponsor. You can have up to 3 Diamond Club sponsors, and what they're going to do is pay for 50% of the reimbursement, and doTERRA will pay for the other 50% of reimbursement. What you would want to consider when looking at a sponsor is, 1, your direct upline, to see if they're willing to help support you emotionally and financially with this great challenge that you're about to take. And another one, if your direct upline isn't able to help you, you would want to look if the next upline is willing to support you. You'd want to have not only someone that can financially help you, but emotional support is really important, because there is a lot of challenges that can come up, and you want to have someone that's willing to support you and kind of help you along the way emotionally to get to where you want to be and meet those goals that we set for you.
Perfect. Thank you, Logan. So now moving on to monthly requirements. So with our monthly requirements, we're basically saying that you would be required to hold 3 out-of-area events per month in areas that are no less than 100 kilometres from your home. Then you will need to be holding 3 local events, which means that they are within that 100 kilometres of your home being the address that's saved on file within doTERRA. Now, holding 3 local events per month ensures that your local team receives ample support while you are developing new areas as well. That's not to say that people can't go travelling along with you either. So as Logan touched on, with these enrolments or with these events as well, they don't have to necessarily be personal enrolments, and they don't have to necessarily be in your organisation, but we encourage you to work within your organisation and obviously identify those people in those classes and events and areas that are going to help you in the end rank advance or grow. So for example, if you had an idea of who some of your qualifying legs might be in order to reach a silver rank, then you might specifically decide to start planning classes in those areas with those legs that are going to help you succeed a little bit later on. And that's why we always encourage you to work within your team, because when you're working with those people in your team, that's only going to help you grow moving forward. That's where the volume's going to lie for you guys to rank events and obviously get that income and, you know, get that support on a daily, weekly basis. So even though you're doing 6 events a month, it is inside and outside those areas. And again, working with people that you would already, I guess, be in touch with or connecting with is great as well, because you're familiar with how things work. And those 18 new enrolments, that's the minimum requirement. I mean, what we say in terms of that as well is we want everybody to, I guess, consider that those enrolments are going to help them moving forward and ensure, I guess, that dealings are dealt with the utmost integrity and they adhere to company policy as well. When we talk about the qualifying enrolments, what we say is that new wellness advocates or new people that have enrolled should enroll with at least 100 PV. So with 100 PV, that could be an enrolment kit or obviously any other options if they want certain products. They must also personally enroll a participant, like a Diamond Club participant must personally participate in the presentation, sorry. So that means even if you're going to an event, so whoever is that enrolment, you must be there in the same room at the same event with them in order for them to be considered a qualifying enrolment. When we say that, it's usually a class. Webinars, conference calls, Skype meetings, GoToMeetings, they're great tools, but they do not qualify. It has to be that face-to-face interaction that we're looking for, and that comes down to the intention of, again, getting out there and travelling and meeting people. Enrolments must be entered online through the Diamond Club portal within 3 business days. So we have a portal, we set something up specifically for Diamond Club, so you're not only enrolling people, but you're also registering them on a portal. This portal makes sure that we are keeping a record of, I guess, the names and the people who are signing up with doTERRA, but also keeping track of points. Everything's based on a point system. So however many enrolments you get, that's how many points, you know, you'll tend to get as well. This year, hopefully, the portal is going to be a little bit more savvy. We're looking into things. I know that it's a great tool, I guess, as well to, I guess, coordinate and communicate through that way too. When we say our events, the minimum number of local events required to stay in Diamond Club is 3 per month. And the minimum number of out-of-area events required is 3 per month as well. So I touched base on that just shortly before. There is no limit to how many out-of-area events one may have. So these are just the minimums. This is the minimum in order for you to stay in the program. That doesn't mean if you've got, say for example, you've got events lined up, you know, every day or whatever, then you can still do that as well. So you've got an event today, tomorrow, whatever. You can have 3 events in 1 week. There's nothing to say that you can't do the maximum of 3. When we say this as well, only 6 trips will be reimbursed per month. So when we talk about reimbursements, we are going to help you, I guess, with those travel costs. And what those travel costs mean is sometimes we understand that for you to get to certain places and you're flying or driving, it can get a little bit pricey, especially, you know, if you're starting out with doTERRA as well, and we want to be able to support and help you with those costs too. So this is the amounts that we do reimburse. Flying is $250 per trip. Driving is $200 per trip, paid at 0.22 cents per kilometre. And again, a maximum of 6 trips can be submitted for reimbursement each month. Now we've got all the dates of when our reimbursements are paid on our Diamond Club Australia website, but just quickly I can confirm that in February we will be paying out reimbursements on the 14th of March. We'll be paying on the 14th of March, then we'll be paying on the 15th of April, then we'll be paying on the 13th of May and the 13th of June. So as you can see, reimbursements are generally a couple of days before commissions or around the same time as commissions. I'm going to hand you back to Logan again now for the exciting stuff. So we obviously have incentives and things that we want to be able to promote during Diamond Club to make it a little bit more fun. Logan, do you want to take it over with the promotions?
Of course. So as you can see, there are the promotions for the enrollments during Diamond Club. So for February, we're going to be having any enrollment order that is larger than 100 PV is going to receive a free grapefruit. So that's going to be, when they're enrolled through the portal, it'll automatically be added onto their order. And any order that is above 400 PV for the month of February, they'll be receiving a grapefruit and a balance oil. So these are great promotions in order to help members to enroll and to help you get those enrollments to qualify with your required enrollments each month. So we're trying to help you out in any way possible with those reimbursements and also with these promotions to get people excited about doTERRA and to let them know that we're willing to help them grow and start a business. So for March, the 100 PV enrolling order will receive a cedarwood oil, and the 400 PV enrolling order, is, as you see, is going to receive the cedarwood and an On Guard oil. For April, it's going to be citrus bliss oil, and the 400 PV enrolling order would be the citrus bliss and the lavender peace. And then the May 100 PV enrolling order is going to be the past tense oil, and the 400 PV enrolling order is going to be the past tense and ice blue oil. So these are great promotions. Like I said, it's going to help you to promote yourself as a Diamond Club member or a Diamond Club enroller and promote the products and help those members enroll and get those extra promotions. Okay, so let's go on to the points section. And as you can see there, with the different enrollments that you get as a Diamond Club member, you get a certain amount of points that you're awarded in order to receive different prizes at the end of Diamond Club. And we're going to talk about that here in a little bit, but here's kind of the breakdown of what specific thing will get you a certain amount of points. So the points awarded for a 100 PV to 249 PV enrollment is going to be those 2 points. So every time you enroll someone, you'll get those 2 points if it is within that PV range. And anything above 250 to 499 PV is going to be the 3 points. Any enrollment of 500 to 500 to above 500 is going to be the 4 points. And as you can see, these are going to start adding up very quickly in order for you to qualify for other promotions. So not only do the enrollments get you points, but also when you've enrolled someone and in their first month that they're available to be on the LRP, they have a 100 PV order on the LRP, and you would receive 2 points for that as well. And their second month on the LRP, if it is over 100 PV, you would also receive 2 points. So there are some limitations to these two specific point brackets. Is any enrollment in June is not eligible to receive any of the first month LRP points or the second month LRP points, just because we're no longer within the Diamond Club competition. And then any enrollments for the second month that are in May or June are not eligible for that. And also, anytime you achieve a new rank while in Diamond Club, if you reach silver, you're going to get those 10 points. If you reach the rank of gold, it's going to be 15. Platinum will give you 20. Reaching the rank of diamond will be 25. Blue diamond will be 30, and the presidential diamond will be 35. So it's a great incentive to try and build your team as much as possible during Diamond Club. These points can kind of add up in order to help you receive other promotions and awards at the end of Diamond Club. All right, and then here towards the end of the webinar, we have other resources that are available to and we have our specific Diamond Club Australia website, and that's listed there. It's doterradiamondclub.com/AU, and that will get you to the website that has all of this information on it available for you, so you can look at it and see what prizes and things are available there. Also has the email where you can contact us, me specifically, since I'm going to be the Diamond Club manager for the Australian market, and that email is diamondclubau@doterra.com. So you can ask any questions or send your sponsor requests and things there in order to get things started for Diamond Club. Like I said, I'm very happy to be working with you guys in Diamond Club this year. It's going to be a lot of fun and a lot of work, but if we plan and put our minds to it, we can definitely see a lot of rank advancement and see a lot of enrollments and growth within the Australian market.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Logan. We're really, really looking forward to having you here, having you in our Melbourne office as well, and obviously with all your expertise and experience that you have already with doTERRA, it's going to be really amazing to tap into as well. So thank you. So everyone, just to recap, we are definitely opening up applications in December. The reason we say December is because the qualification is that you need to be a Premier in December to be able to qualify, and you probably won't know that at the moment because we're still in November. So a Premier means that you need to have 5,000 overall volume, 5,000 PV overall volume in your organisation. It also means that you need to have 2 executive legs, which means you need to have personally enrolled 2 wellness advocates on separate legs, and they both have to have an organisational volume of 2,000 PV. Now, once you've reached that, no matter whether that's in the first week, second week, third week, or at the very end, that's where we ask you to fill out that application form. We will be sending you out the application form again. It was in the initial email that we sent out to everybody a couple of weeks ago with the webinar details. Following up from this webinar, we will send it out with the recording and the application form attached. We go through those application forms one by one. We'll be in contact with you and let you know, that we welcome you to Diamond Club as well. Any questions between now and then, I definitely send through to diamondclubau@doterra.com. It's a new inbox that we set up, and Logan will obviously be managing that as well. Those responses will come from either Logan or Rochelle at this stage, and just answering any questions that you have leading up to the beginning as well. And again, when we touch back on those qualifications, we just need those 3 enrolments, those 3 people that you've enrolled throughout December as well, to have enrolled with a 100 PV order. And again, we need 5 wellness advocates in 100 kilometres and out, and those 5 in and 5 out don't have to be personally enrolled. Again, 10 wellness advocates in total that are within your organisation that you're willing to work with throughout Diamond Club and really focus on. Now, we will have time for questions. Like I said, email us at diamondclubau@doterra.com, and we'll answer anything that we can help with. And we welcome you to this exciting journey, and hopefully you're all motivated and ready to go. Thank you, everybody.